The observational ninja. James Bond is famous for a lot of things. Probably the most famous is the way he says his name. Bond. James Bond. Not just the word order, but the energy, the total presence, the right tonality, a well-placed pause that just kind of hangs there as he stares at whoever he's talking to. Another thing he's famous for is all of his gadgets. He's got that one dude who works in the lab who's always setting him up with the cool stuff. Not quite as many as Batman, but a lot of cool secret weapons. The idea of a secret weapon is ubiquitous. Ever since the end of the Middle Ages and into the Great Awakening of human societies, countries have been viciously competing with one another for territory, for financial supremacy, for pride, and even for language. And they've all had their version of a secret weapon. Even in pure, non-warlike friendly competitions, people like to have secret weapons. The one thing that they have that their competition doesn't. The one thing they can pull out at the perfect moment and drop it into the mix like a bomb. Boom! Game over. At least that's the fantasy. This is, in reality, much easier than most people believe. And you don't need to have a legit competition to use it in. You can use this kind of secret weapon conversationally. It's a very common piece of advice that we should use our words very carefully. That it's better to not say anything than blather on like an idiot. This is where your secret weapon comes in. By carefully cultivating your mind, you can become an observational ninja. To be in a conversation, but also be an observer of the conversation. To put your ego aside just long enough to get a clear understanding of what everybody is saying. And then, if you want to, you can wait until just the right moment and drop in a few conversational bombs, turn heads. Absolutely dominate the conversation with a few very well-placed phrases. Very much like that one plumber who spent an hour looking in a guy's basement for the leak. He tapped once on a pipe and fixed the leak. Then he charged the homeowner $500, not for fixing the leak, but knowing where to tap. In human history, it takes only one or two events that seemingly come out of nowhere and they change everything. In conversations, it only takes one or two well-placed phrases that to everybody but you will seem to come out of nowhere. But you'll change that conversation forever. To learn how, visit mypersuasion.com/live-training.